Hello, Smars here, and this video I'm doing is part of a series where I discuss the different foundations of building a character from the personality out. And these are dramatic need, point of view, attitude, change or dramatic change, and background, both private and personal. Okay, so let's begin with dramatic need. The dramatic need is what the character wants, what the character desires, what motivates them the most and pushes them into the story and makes the story go forward. With dramatic need, the thing about it is that along with being the motive, it may actually play off their other character traits. They often play off one another and can inform or feed into one another. Dramatic need can actually lead to the dramatic change, and this can change the character's point of view or even their attitude. All of these things go hand in hand, and there's a harmony that this ultimately creates a well-rounded, fully formed character personality. So the next thing would be the point of view. So we have the point of view, which is the way that the character looks at the world, their perspective, or how they perceive the world, and maybe their level of trust, or how the world treats them, or how the world trusts them. It's a very personal view of the world and how they've experienced it up to that point, or how they are continuing to experience it. It has to do with their background in many ways and how they grew up and who they grew up into and how that affected them and how it helped or hindered them in their development. If they are still a child character, of course, then they would still be building their point of view. But as an adult, this usually informs things like the point of view, but the attitude, and in some cases the dramatic need. But it comes from their background. All of these features actually help to inform how they perceive the world and how they treat others and how they themselves are treated and perceived by others and how they interact in general with other people in terms of heightened emotional situations or in general social situations. And this actually lends a hand to the next character trait, which is attitude. Attitude is a lot like a projection of the point of view, meaning it can be a disguise and it can be used as a mask to hide motive, or it can be something that is open and out, and it can be known by everyone, and it plays into how the world actually receives the character and is more so reflective of what is considered true on the surface personality trait, um, such as, is the character mischievous or curious? Are they comedic or deadly serious? Are they shy, quiet? Are they rude, matter of fact, or reserved? Are they outgoing? Are they an introvert or are they an extrovert? Are they reactive? Are they angry? Are they humble? It's about how they perceive the world, how they interact with the world, how the world perceives them, and how the world interacts with them. But in their truest, most distilled form, it is their true character in the moment, as I was saying, uh, more of a heightened, in those moments of heightened senses of emotion or just general senses of interaction. It has more to do with your background leading up through your development, whereas your attitude is sort of the end point, the end result of everything that led through your development, through your point of view to that point. What to the point where it's what creates the attitude, the essence of the personality, the rawest and usually most distinguishable aspect of the character trait. So then we have the change, or the dramatic change sometimes, and this is the turning point or the tipping point of the character. Of the character arc, there actually can be more than one change or more than one dramatic change within a character's overall arc, but for the sake of this, let's just think of it as a singular change. And it's not necessarily the point of no return, but it's a point in which the character shifts and they learn something and develop. It's where they overcome something or triumph, or it can honestly be where they fail or are defeated and they just don't succeed, but they still learn, and this leaves them different than how they began. It's putting them in a different place than the place that they started at the initial point of the dramatic need, at the beginning of the story, or the beginning of their character arc. They are a different person than the introductory person in many respects. Maybe not completely, but in ways that are very important and keeps adding to the momentum or the forward progression or evolution of the story and the character's personal and public arc, their development as a person and as a personality. And this is the human aspect of us. We all actually go through these changes, dramatic and non-dramatic changes, evolutions, and our personalities or our attitudes, our point of views add to all of these personal character developments. So then we get to the background. So the background is fairly straightforward. It is quite literally the character's background. It is everything that plays into the definition of the character. It could be secret, something that they keep to themselves and is very personal. It's a very personal part of them. Or it may be something that one person knows or nobody knows or everyone knows. It could be very private or personal or a very professional, outward facing background, a place where they have a public persona, or they are notorious or something of that nature, and world famous or infamous. But ultimately, it's linked to the character's history and is in many ways their definition and the part of them that you can continue to go to flesh out a character over the course of their entire arc. Okay, so having those definitions, from this point here, I'm going to go into two examples I have. One from manga, which is Luffy from One Piece, and one from anime, which is Chihiro from Spirited Away. Each of these characters displaying all of these qualities, but as very different personalities over the course of very differently paced character arcs, and from very different initial perspectives. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye.